And it looks like we are live. Welcome, welcome. This is Millen Livis, and we're gonna have a mini class today, a wealth building mini class, empowering money patterns. As you know, I'm a financial empowerment mentor and wealth architect, and I recorded a series of mini classes on wealth building before. So the last mini class that I want to refer you to was 4 essentials of wealth and financial independence pathway. And in this video, which you can access from my at my channel, in my channel YouTube, you can just Google Millen Livis and you can find this particular video. It's called 4 Essentials of Wealth and Financial Independence Pathway. So in this mini class, I shared with you the 4 essentials, which were make money, keep money, grow money, and make money work for you. So today, in today's class, where we're going to talk about empowering money habits and money patterns, I will focus primarily on keeping money. Okay, so I just want to tell you that in today's mini class, we are going to look at keeping money from a pure practical perspective, pure practical lens. No energetic aspect will be involved, even though obviously energetic aspect is always involved. But I want to talk about money habits from a pure practical perspective. So let's start from something that I want to share with you because I feel it's important. If during this class, because I like to keep things simple, if during this class you or your ego will tell you that I know that it's nothing new, it's too simple, ask your ego very gently, very kindly, if I know that, how come I'm not where I want to be financially yet? Okay, so it's not only about knowing, it's obviously about living what you know. That's what makes your knowledge being result focused, being important and valuable. Hi Dora, thank you for joining. Thank you. So that's what I want to make sure that you aware of your mind playing tricks with you. Oh, I know that already. There is nothing new. It could be some new information, could be something that you already know. Use it, leave it. Okay. So that's what I wanted to start with. Okay, I think we're ready to begin. So the first essential awareness that I want you to have is knowing your values. What are your values in life? What are your core values in life? Because it's not enough to say, I want to have a lot of money. It's not enough. Like what? Because most people don't want money. They want the feelings that money represents. So for example, you can say, I want to have a lot of money because I want to have a peace of mind. I want to have a lot of money because I want my family be able to have beautiful vacations and travel around the world. I want money because I want to have freedom. I want to have freedom to work and do what I enjoy doing, or I want to have a freedom to live where, to choose the place where I want to live, and to choose who I want to live with, right? Or to choose who I want to work with. So you've got to peel the layers of your desires about wanting more money to the very core. What is your core value that money represents? Let me share with you my personal core values that I think might be useful to you. I was working on Wall Street for many years, and at some point I felt that I didn't have my freedom. I felt that I was dependent on particular people telling me what to do, how to do it, and basically controlling whether I can be at this place or not. Also, at some point, I felt that I was not in control about my place where I live. So little by little, I realized that I was lacking freedom. I was lacking freedom of having many choices, what I want to do, where I want to live, who I want to be with, etc., etc. So that's me. Another core value that I have besides freedom is peace of mind. For me, it's very important. So for me, developing money habits, developing well-builder money habits was about having my freedom, having peace of mind. So these are my core values. And once I realized that that's what is truly, truly important to me, all my other decisions and choices around money were aligned with these core values. Okay, so I like to have a little bit of visual. So the first essential that I want you to remember when it comes to empowering money habits is know your values. Know your values, okay? Very important. So once you know your values, what do you think you need to do about that? You've got to align your choices and your actions with your core values. Align your choices and your decisions, your actions with your core values. For example, you can you may want to buy a new car. You have a car that works, but you want to buy a new car. So think in terms of, okay, if I have a car that works, but I really, really want to buy a new car, am I in a position, how does it align with my value to have more freedom, to have more peace of mind? Like, is it really essential? Does it bring me closer, this decision, this financial decision to buy a new car, does it bring me closer to my ultimate goal, my ultimate desire? For example, I have an old car. I have a 12 years old car. It's a decent car. I didn't buy it new, and it still works fine. So, and one of my core value at the moment is to empower other people financially. So I'm choosing to invest my money into my business instead of buying a new car. I'm telling you, it's not about how much money you have, because the habits, once you develop this empowering money habits, you will use them over and over again. And that's the only way to actually become a wealth builder. So people who have the mentality of wealth builder, they have awareness of their money habits and money patterns. They have awareness, and they choose to have a wealth builder mentality. They choose to have a delayed gratification. They know that maybe they will not buy what they want right now, but eventually they will have a life that they want to have. So it's basically a delayed gratification versus mentality of a consumer. When people who have this mentality, they have habits of buying without. First of all, they don't have awareness of their core values. Okay, and secondly, they follow their instincts to buy something that they want at the moment. And it's okay if you in a position to do that, but ultimately it's not something that will bring you closer to your ultimate goal of being wealthy, being financially independent. Okay, so again, wealth builder mentality versus consumer mentality, instant gratification for consumer mentality, delayed gratification for wealth builder mentality. And this awareness of your core values will help you to make healthier choices when it comes to money. So the next essential, so again, we have know your values and align with your values. Two essentials of the empowering money habits. The next essential of empowering money habits is saving. Okay? You've got to save your money first before you spend. Another way of saying this is pay yourself first. That's what saving is. You pay yourself first, and then you spend what you need to pay for your bills, paying off your debt, etc. So saving becomes easier when you know that this is like paying yourself. When you know that this provides you the opportunity that brings you closer to your ultimate vision that you want to have. Vision that represents your core value, your freedom, your peace of mind, having more choices, having more time with your family, whatever your core value is. When you start thinking about saving, I want you to have positive attitude. I want you to be joyful that you are in a position to save, that you choose to save. Because we all have opportunity to choose how we live our life and how we manage the money. I want you to be in control of your money, and being in control of your money includes choosing what you want to save. And you can decide whether it's a particular percentage of your total income. You can decide whether it's something that you want to distribute into your buckets. This mini class is not about teaching you how to save. It's just giving you a bigger picture, how you can get to the point that saving become easier, become joyful, and become natural. Because what I want you to, I want to share with you, I was asked, like, how can I save money without feeling that I'm lacking something, like that I'm hoarding money? Because, you know, some people, they save money and come from the place of lack, come from the place of scarcity. It's almost the same thing as hoarding food or hoarding clothes, right? So some people just come from a fearful place. And the same thing applies to money. Some people hoard money. They don't save money. They hoard because they're afraid. So that's not the place I want you to come. I want you to come from the place that I'm saving money now, because by doing that, I'm saying yes to my big vision, to my big dream in life, to my desire. That's my yes, reply to my heart desire. And you say no to something that's not essential for you. All right? So that's, again, that's the third essential of empowering money habits, is save. Save your money with joy and with piece of proud, like be proud that you are so powerful about managing your money, that you are in a great position to manage your money intentionally. That's the key. I want you to become intentional with your money. And the last essential of empowering money habits is spending. You want to spend money. You're working to enjoy your life. Your life should not be just survival and just hardships and hustle, right? So you want to enjoy what you earn by making money and saving money. So make sure that you choose the way to spend your money that works for you. For some people, it's having a budget. Some people cannot live without the budget. I personally don't like having a budget. I like to have a percentage of my income that is allocated to different buckets that I use. Okay, so I want you to choose what works for you in terms of a way of spending your money. And it was something else that I wanted to mention. Yeah, so if budget works for you, great. If not, you can say, okay, after all the mandatory expenses like taxes, etc., my net income. So whether you use budget or whether you use percentage, I want you to be aware of your incoming and outgoing cash flow. You really need to know what is happening with your money coming in and money coming out. Whatever system you use for managing your money. And you can decide that your net income that you have after paying all the like taxes and like must spend expenses, you can allocate 70% toward your spending, for example, and 30% to your saving and donations and your fund money, etc. I'm not teaching this saving and spending class in detail right now. But what I'm saying, choose what works for you. Choose what makes you feel that you are in control of your money, that you are intentional with your money. Whatever system works. I don't want to impose you something that may not work for you. Okay, so test it out. The bottom line is there are 4 essential elements of empowering money habits. And they are knowing your values, aligning with your values, saving, and spending intentionally. Saving joyfully and spending intentionally. What I share with you is what I live by. I'm not sharing this with you because someone told me or I read in a book. That's how I manage my money. Every time I have to make a decision, whether it's investing in some program or investing in maybe some health opportunity or a business opportunity or joint venture, I'm thinking in terms of, okay, what is my core value as it pertains to this particular investment opportunity? And does it bring me closer to my goal, to my big vision? And if the answer is yes, then I decide that yes, that makes sense for me to invest in this opportunity. Okay, think in terms of investing. When you buy something, when you purchase something, when you invest in a program, when you invest in your training, when you invest in, I don't know, maybe some assets that you buy, think like, what is my return on investment and how it aligned with my core values. Maybe having a designer jacket aligned with your values. Maybe your value is to always look chic and be very presentable and emit this image of wealth. If it's your core values, go ahead and buy designer jacket. I'm not saying what values are good or bad because it's what's right for you. It's what's right for you. If this value is right for you, it's good value for you. That's all. So all I'm saying is, remember, be aware of your values every time you make a decision to invest your money. All right? And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Now, I want to remind you that I want to offer you this free masterclass that I think will help you to get quite a few insights. The name of the masterclass is 3 Major Mistakes that even smart entrepreneurial women make, that keeps them worrying about their financial future. I will post the link to this masterclass below, and I encourage you to watch this free masterclass. Stay till the end, because I am gonna make an amazing offer at the end of this masterclass. All right? If you want to ask me any questions, that's the perfect time to ask now. And if you don't have questions, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your attention. And until we meet again next week on Wednesday, same time, same place. Thank you very much. Blessings.